The right to life is one of the most contentious religious political issues in America today. It has been for quite a while, and it's not going away. But here's a right to life story around which all people should be able to gather in support. This week, 34-year-old mom Jillian McCabe took her 6-year-old son, London, to Oregon's Yakima Bay Bridge and threw him off into the frigid waters below. It should be an open and shut case of murder, right? Well, not so fast. Not only is Miss McCabe showing signs of mental illness, but on top of that, London was autistic. Believe it or not, those facts actually soften some people's understanding of what this woman did to her son. And perhaps even worse, it has been shown time and again in various cases where parents have murdered their autistic children that they receive especially light sentences because of the understanding that somehow, having murdered an autistic person, they're not as guilty of murder. Now, I'm all for compassion and mercy, even in the midst of doing justice. That's a fundamental part of my religious tradition and of virtually every religious tradition I know. But I also know that when our sense of mercy for one person is built on the message that the person they have harmed or killed is less human because of whatever afflicts them, something is terribly wrong. You can call it a different ability. You can call it a disability. You can talk about autism as creating problematic relationships so that parents fantasize about killing their kids. But it can never be any more acceptable to take the life of one human being because of how they are atypical than it is for those who are typical. Oregon may be a death with dignity state in which people's rights to make such decisions are held sacred. And some of us will agree with that and some of us won't. But God help us if in our desire to protect the dignity of some, we do it by sacrificing the dignity of others, taking away their choices and leaving them victims of the frustrations of others. I hope in the midst of all the compassion people will muster for Jillian McCabe, people won't forget the issue of justice for London.